Okay, it's about 9:34, Saturday, June 3rd, 2023. This is part one of two parts talking about stone energy, a quick summary and to the point about what stones are going to help you in which way. The part one is about stones that actually make you stronger, increase your willpower, your metaphysical abilities, and puts more of your spirit inside that body you're stuck in to make you stronger, period. And when it brings it in, it can't escape out because it goes through the filter. Now I'm going to be talking about this filter every once in a while. Here's a picture of the filter right here. This is a picture of the human body standing on ground, and then you can see a line going somewhat horizontal where there's a second and third dimension. The part of view, that balloon, represents your spirit that doesn't fit into the body. And if that was 1,000 times bigger than what it is, that's the actual relationship about how much spirit of you is outside of your body. Or at least it's close. It's an easy 1,000 plus times bigger. Anyway, so that umbrella-looking thing, this kind of pink coming out, that's hanging over the head, that's a frequency filter that's put on, that's hanging over your body. It's put there. It's supposed to stay there while you're in the body, so that as your energy goes in and out of the crown, the part of it that goes through that filter that actually goes, that is the rest of your spirit out of the body, it doesn't allow any strong frequencies whatsoever to go in and out of that part of you outside of the body, which helps keep your spirit that's not in the body, it keeps it like comatose. It's just flowing. It's alive, but it's like knocked out. If that filter wasn't there, you'd be alive outside of your body and you'd be freaking out about everything that happens, and then everybody doing that, there'd be energy going crazy everywhere. That was done to make sure that that you couldn't interfere with the abuse that you were being given, orchestrated by the original first being, male and female, what people call God and the devil, same person, same two people, both of them are each. Anyway, I've said 1,000,000 times, all your religions are full of crap. Every one of them. Anyway, so these, what we're going to go over right now, with the stones that make you much stronger. Now, I just put out a video about star Essenite. I'm going to put a link to it on the back of the of this video, so you can get that information also. Star Essenite is a main energy generator that we use in most all of our spheres and stuff. These puppies, it's just, all it is a baseball trophy case. It's good acrylic plastic, but it's plastic. This is pure copper foil. It's not coated copper. It's pure copper foil. And then we take the energy stones, crank them up with our source energy, and then cover it up with the, while it's covered up with the copper. And the copper takes all the energy that's in there, it helps it coalesce together, come together, and act as one. And the source energy, and the strongest source energy, the strongest energy there is anywhere as far as metaphysical, is what's inside this body, Ara. I'm the main piece, the main focal point of it, the piece of it as much as possible stuck in the body. It's almost completely taken out of the body right now. All that's left of the original part of me that was put in this body is the bit that's hanging around, absorbed by the bones and stuff. And as of today, we're down to about 13%. You're going to see that I still have a lot of problems and thinking and everything. I'm dealing with a brain that's still being destroyed more and more every day. But a couple of days ago, the energy, the little bit of energy, the spirit that I had inside the body wasn't enough to make this dead, just about ready to drop dead body still function to do what has to be done until it finally does drop dead and I can come out. So I had a strong piece of me had to come in. And then that's what's making me more aggressive, talking yada 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 in these last few videos I'm making. There's a total of 6. One of them I might not air until have aired until I get out. Anyway, so those of you that know me, I'm not going backwards. We're going forward. I'm falling all over the place, dropping everything. It's more and more serious. After my spirit, after myself as spirit, after I came out of this body through the field and through the filter, then what was left inside, all that's left inside is the energy that's absorbed into the bones. Now, May 23rd, 2013 is when I finished deleting the 2 halves of the original first being, destroyed them. At that point, my energy mutated. When I actually did that, it took everything I had, and all of a sudden, some weird energy happened, and then poof, the deed was done. And my energy changed. It's much, much, much stronger, but it's thinner. It's like you can't see it. It's invisible, and it just flies. It just extends outward. It's like it can permeate through things much more easily. It goes everywhere. I wish the field does anyway, but now it's different. So anyway, that's made it harder to get the rest of me out of the bone. Because the part of me that's in here now, when I come back down through that umbrella, the field, the filter, down into the body, I had changed my energy before I went in there. And it's like slippery grease silver. There's no way the body can hold on to it. So the little bit of me that's attached to this body that needs to come out, it's about 13% of what was originally left in the bones, which means we're down to nothing. Okay. I'm going to put part of that into the part 2 before I put it out there, so that information's out there. This first part is about making yourself a whole lot stronger. And then part 2 of the stone video is about the different stones that help you and how they help you, what they do to, help you. If your solar plexus, if your strongest abilities are solar plexus from the solar plexus, energy focal point. People call them chakras. I call them energy focal points. That's what they are. If it's from the heart, energy focal point, or the brain, which is usually summed up under pineal, but there's a lot more to it than that. I'm going to show you a bunch of images at the end of the video that show you the different parts of the brain, the energy fields within the brain. Okay. Every day this body comes closer and closer to being finally dead. It dies more every day. But I had to bring more energy, put stronger energy inside this body so I can continue to keep it functioning, like taking care of the cats, myself physically, yada, yada, yada. But at the same time, keep pulling the rest of my energy out. I got stuck at 38%, and then now I'm down to 13%. Heart, brain, lungs is woke up suffocating 3 times last night, this morning. whatever you want to call it. So I'm still on the way out of here. Don't anyone think anything else is happening. It's just that there's more energy in here, and I got to get these 2 videos done, recorded today, and then I'll put stuff together tomorrow and get it loaded up. But I'm not going to be able to make these recordings soon. Okay, now. All right. Now the stone we use in all our spheres, these things and everything else. It's we put all kinds of different stones in there relative to the name of the sphere for what it enhances in you, or your personal sphere to let you know what's in there. Most all our spheres have star Essenite. Now this is a big piece. I found a place where there's a bunch of this stuff. I had to dig it out of the earth. I used to pick an axe, okay, a big one. So I mean, it's not like I walked over to it and picked it up, but you can find pieces of this stuff in different areas. We just pick it up, take it home, wash it off, and you have a really nice stone. This stuff we have, I've cranked the crap out of it, and so has Deanna. Now, I want to tell you about star Essenite. Star Essenite pulls more of your energy that's outside sleeping above that balloon that's above the filter, and sucks it down into the body. Gaia does that. Gaia is the spirit from the first planet. We have Gaia here on Earth. Gaia was on the very first planet. And Gaia's mass, the size of her planet, was 270 times the mass of Jupiter. And you know how big Jupiter is compared to the Earth. Gaia is the largest, strongest female universal essence, which is planetary, that there's ever been. And her actual spirit mate is called Roll. And he was a star, not the TV star, the sun, the actual star itself. And that's where life started happening immediately. It was all started on Gaia. And there's so many things that are similar, not the same exactly, but similar, from the movie Avatar and Gaia. And a lot of times, when you watch that movie, if you're so old, meaning your human essence, or like me, source from the beginning, you remember having had lives on it. Those that are offspring from Lily and I, you've never had lives on it. You can go back in time and look at it, and you feel like you're having a life on it, but you won't actually have had to go through a life and a body on it, because you weren't created yet. Okay. Now the star Essenite is scary. She's so strong, so powerful, that when you hold it and her energy goes inside you, it might be Essenite, like this, or star Essenite, like this. She's in both of them. Star Essenite is Essenite that has got the star material in it. Roll blew up, was blown up, and then that in turn blew up Gaia. And pieces of Roll, pieces of just Gaia, and pieces of both of them together have been flying through the universe since the very beginning. When it was time to make the souls, then that's when that happened. That's when that was done. So it came here a long time ago. I've talked about it in the Creation Series books, 1, 2, and 3. So anyway, she's so strong that she pulls, like I said, more of you through that filter into your body. When you let go of the stone and set it aside and you go on your way, that energy can't come out. That filter keeps it in there. So that's how it literally puts more of you in your body. That's like I talk about spirit, who we are, sentient energy. We are the battery that runs these bodies, that makes the body function. We don't control these bodies like we want to. That's always been done for us, although that's starting to change now because the things controlling us have pretty much been deleted. So anyway, I'm trying to hurry up and get this done before I finish tearing into this brain. Okay, so anyway, that's what actually makes you stronger. That increases your willpower. That increases your fortitude. It definitely increases the hell out of your metaphysical abilities. Plus, it how can I say it? So when you start lifting weights, if you start lifting weights when you're a kid, and just say 100 pounds is heavy, well, after about 6 months, 100 pounds ain't that heavy. You've gone up to about 120, 150, whatever. I'm just talking basics here. So later on, when you go up to that 100 pounds, it's not as heavy. The same thing happens with star Essenite. There's only I think there's 3 times since I started doing this almost 10 years ago. 2009, 2010, 2009, that people have talked to me and said, Jay, I think you need to charge up my stones again, my star Essenite and my other stones. And I said, why? He said, because it doesn't have that same impact. When I go, touching it in stones, take your energy comes in and out of your fingertips and your palm from your hands. On both hands, it goes both ways. Okay? It's not received with the left, give to the right. When your car is sitting at idle, meaning your body's just sitting there, there's a very soft flow going in that direction, but they go whatever way that they need to go. So you hold it like this, and then you relax, and you want to feel the stone. You say, okay, let's feel this. You don't say it if you want to say it out loud, but you just, you know it for yourself. I just want to feel this. And then Gaia, roll, they'll let the energy flow through you. When you already want to feel stone, you just pick it up and boom, it hits you. It's the strongest energy stone there is in creation. Not on this planet, on this planet, but in creation. Not just this planet. Anyway, after a while, after you've had it near you and on you for anywhere from 1 to 6 months, depending on how much time you spend with it, if you only touch it once a week, it'll take 6 months. But when you actually have it on you, and that's why you get it in the first place, it loses some of that initial hit. And so that people are saying, Jay, what's going on? I can't, it doesn't have that same power, yada. And I said, okay, the problem is, there's no problem. The problem is, you think there's a problem, but there's not. Take this stone or the sphere, and take it, the spheres, you put your hands around the outside of them, and then you very, very, very slowly, not like slow like this, very, very, very slowly like this, bring them closer until you feel something. It's like this. I can only do it with one hand, but you go out here and then you just start, and then all of a sudden you feel something right here. You move it back and forth, you can feel something. Well, not only are you real, but that's real. Okay? And that's in these spheres. Now, when you can't feel it as much, go to a store where they have a piece of star Essenite in your hand. Deanna's got some that's tumbled. It's like this big. Just take a piece like that, 10 grams or more, and go to the stone store and say, can someone here that works here, can they feel stone energy? And of course, a lot of people say yes, and maybe 2/3, maybe 20, maybe even as much as 30% of them, or they don't know. They'll just talk. They're trying to sell stuff. But anyway, use your own feeling, understand, can they feel it or not? And you'll know when you hand them a star Essenite, and I'd say, okay, can you take this stone, hold it with your fingertips like this, both fingertips, sometimes you got to tell them, please hold it like this, and tell me if you feel anything. And if they really can't feel the stone, they'll put the fingers on it, and usually their eyes open up, like, whoa, what is this? Uh, People see a polished stone. Here's some rhodonite. Okay, really, really high quality rhodonite. Okay, beautiful, pretty stuff. And then when you take a piece of semi-tumbled star Essenite, it looks like a little pebble that you throw away. But the difference in energy is this stuff is incredibly powerful. Okay, and it's here on this planet for a reason, for the Great Awakening. It was supposed to be about praise Mother, Father, God, but they couldn't get away from being stupid, so they were destroyed. Got what they deserved. Anyway, so you'll see the reaction in them, and then you understand the stone never gets weaker. Just like you, the energy in there it comes from spirit. It's eternal, literally eternal, never dies. So the energy in the stones never die, and I crank the crap out of it. And Deanna, she's powerful as hell. She's from Lily and I, but she's kind of a unique situation. Her and her other half, her spirit mate, she's 99.3%, just over 99.3% female, and the rest is male for me. But her energy, 40% of her energy literally comes from me. It's very powerful dragon energy. And, well, more dragon, but that's the mainstay of it. She said, I've always had this attachment to dragons. I'm like, wanna know why? Anyway, Lily's no slouch. The only one who's had more lives than Lily is myself. She's had a little over 8.9 trillion lives. And I've had over 10.846, but I was made bigger than her. That's just the way it, came out. So anyway, and she can do things I can't. We're a little different. She's got loving mother energy that's unreal. I could tell you stories about that, but we won't go there. I have to hurry up and get these videos done. So anyway, this star Essenite is wonderful. Now these spheres, these things cost like $700 plus. Okay, the ones that have the strongest stuff in there: crystal, dragon egg, star Essenite. This is the crystal, dragon egg, star Essenite. That's the strongest part of the star Essenite family. Here's another piece. There's a crystal on this side, and you see like a light brown on the other side. And then there's dragon egg star Essenite, not the crystal dragon egg star Essenite, but the dragon star Essenite, which is still crystal, but it's not like it's different. It's not quite as clear crystal. It looks like this. It's darker, and this is strong as shit. It's a different energy, but it's a slightly different than the crystal dragon egg star Essenite, but it's incredibly powerful. And then you have the regular star Essenite, which is almost all of it is high crystal, which is incredibly powerful. I mean, they're so close. It's all about what you enjoy, and most people that can afford it. It's not free. It is when you find it, and good for you. Awesome. I want you to. But it's not everywhere, and when that's your business, that's your business. And Deanna does that, and she has to do it from Spain now. She'll be back as soon as I'm gone. She'll be back down here more often than not, around the U.S. and a new country that's already been, the land's been bought. It's part of the Bahamas. You'll find out about it soon enough. Anyway, so they're all so powerful. When you hold it and it pulls more of you in and can't get out, you just get stronger. And then so you think that it's not strong anymore. It just doesn't give me the bang it used to. Well, when you've been lifting weights for 2 years and you're twice your size, the weight that used to be heavy to you is a joke. You throw it around, use it for wrist curls, finger curls, whatever. I mean, there's nothing to it. So anyway, That's the main power stone that increases, it pulls more of the real you in there. It's like if there's a battery in an RC toy, that's the battery makes it run. That's where the energy comes from. Well, if you have two AAA cells in there, and then you pull them out, and then you put in two AA's, twice the size, it's going to be stronger. Then throw a couple of D's in there, D cell batteries. Whoa, all that power. It's the same thing, okay? The thing is, though, when you let go of the stone, you still keep most of that. Now, Gator's energy, when you're holding the stone, Gator's energy that's going through you and rolls energy, the star and the planet, they leave. Okay? So, every time you hold it, you're going to feel more energy. But it's not quite the same. People that are sensitive and really look at it doesn't feel quite as strong. Well, that's because there's so much of you in the body. But your energy in there, it doesn't come out. You're stuck in there because of that filter. And as long as the physical bodies remain less than 6 years, you're going to have that there. That's a necessity for being in a physical body. And these bodies are torture. It was for one reason, to abuse you and make you grow. Anyway, that's in the books and stuff. So that's the main power stone. Now let's look at some more. There's combinations of stones you can use that while you have them on, it really pulls your energy together and condenses it. Like when you take your arm and you make a muscle and your muscle compacts and everything, that's what it does. Now, when you take the stones off, except for what star Essenite helping you, but taking the star Essenite and put it aside, when you take these stones off, it relaxes. You go back to normal, except for the fact that when you're wearing those stones and your energy is compressing and getting stronger, you're also flexing your different organs in your body. The pineal, the spirit core, the heart. I mean, you're actually moving and increasing the activity and enhancing the part of your body that you use to put your energy through. So it's like lapis, a nice piece of lapis, okay? You hold on to the lapis, and then the energy in it is relative to the pineal gland and the thorax, the vocal cords, and larynx. Thank you. And then that helps you see things multidimensionally. Yada yada yada. That's just, I'm going to do another video about that next. But right now I want to get to some main stuff. Now, black onyx. Deanna's I don't think she's making them again yet. She has to get everything set up, and she's doing so much. And she has to do it herself, unfortunately. This is a bead of black onyx. Black onyx, and then here's a larger piece. We have some really cool black onyx. It's got some brown soft material in it that's very earthy and relaxing. But the black onyx, it condenses your energy like you're flexing your muscle, okay? Like you're tightening up your muscle. It condenses the energy in your spirit core. So while you have it, it makes you stronger. Now, Dragonstone jasper. This beautiful stone is incredible. It's actually got dragon energy in there. What that does is it takes all the energy from the outside part of your aura and it starts pulling it together towards the core. It doesn't compress it all in the core, but it's pulling it right up to the core, including in it. And then when you have black onyx on you also, then it takes that energy that the Dragonstone jasper's already pulled in, and it condenses that too. And then you take some good citrine, and you put that in there. Citrine's energy is cleansing. Excuse me. But it also focuses. And when you focus something, it's kind of condensing it, but it's taking the proper frequencies and putting them together to work together. So when you have citrine, dragonstone jasper, and black onyx together, that's literally black dragon energy. Actually, it is that without the citrine in it, but with the citrine in it, it just makes it that much stronger. Deanna will be making more necklaces again later, but she has to get the special metal that's used to put them all together. But you can still buy the stones. And they're tumbled, and put them in your pocket, especially when they're flat. If not, you can take all your stones, put some a piece of star Essenite in there, and get some 1/1000th of an inch thick pure copper foil. It's like 99-point-something% pure. And you wrap that up, and then if somebody could, if someone who's source cranks it up, Deanna's going to sell other stuff too pretty soon, but she's trying to see. She has to get some different materials. Being in Spain now, it's she's trying to figure out what she can get where and how to do it. And then you take that and you just set it on the nightstand next to you. These spheres, the ones we make, they're expensive, okay? But these things will reach out anywhere from 50 with a 50 to 90 foot radius from wherever they are. There's folks, again, I've mentioned in another video, my buddy Brett and Alexis Hart, they have like 20 plus spheres. You put that many in a house, if anyone's living near you that's negative, it drives them crazy. Another stone like that, it's most commonly called peacock ore. Its actual name is bornite, chalcopyrite. We call it unicornite because it's unicorn energy that's in here. Unicorns do not like negativity. They do not like lower frequencies. Dragon energy is incredibly powerful, but it's somewhat stationary until it decides to move for whatever reason. Unicorn energy, aggressive towards negativity. My customers, 99% of the time, they become my friends and close acquaintances. Friends, more like friends. It's everything from people who are homeless to millionaires. Well, some of these people with more money, they've gone and bought some huge pieces. I told them to buy some huge pieces of bornite, chalcopyrite, unicornite, peacock ore. And in their office, in their big buildings, put one on one side of the door, put one on the other side of the door, but big pieces. Somebody walks through that thing and they're negative, they're going to twitch like that. And it's like a telltale sign right away, okay, this guy's a problem. And the first guy I told that to actually did it. Haven't seen him in years. Paul. And he said, Jay, it works. A lot of people look at it, they want to hold it or touch it, and he's got it in two big planters sitting on the ground. But some people come by and it just makes them twitch, and some of them look at it and they just move away from it. And those are the people he has issues with. Okay. Those are the main power stones. Now, there's other high frequency stones that really put out a lot of energy, like danbarite. This is a big piece. We have tons of danbarite. I know Deanna's got that. That's extremely, extremely high vibration. They're very strong. Selenite. And the spheres, we'll take some chunks of selenite, stick selenite, and sometimes, she sells some like this. This is high vibration and really good for arthritis. When you hold this, it goes through your skeleton, vibrates through your skeleton. It's not like you got arthritis real bad, where you're even deformed, and then you put that in your pocket for an hour and you're all healed. It helps. It doesn't, it doesn't get rid of all of it, but it does help big time. That's the main power stones that I want to talk to you about, and what they do, and how they help you. This next video coming up, I'm going to talk about I'm getting ready to stop the video, so I'm attacking the brain. I'm going to talk about the other stones and working on different parts of the body and explain more about it. I just touched on that, like with the lapis and everything, but I'm going to go into details, stones that do all kinds of stuff for you. Now, you read your stone books and they say, this brings you closer to the celestial beings. Take that, what those books are good for? Put it next to the toilet, just in case you run out, okay? That's all they're good for. They're full of shit. Two other things I want to tell you while we're here. This stone right here is very strong. This is black jasper. Black jasper is very strong energy. It's from the planet. It's relative to a combination of the frequencies that are like Black Dragon and Black Panther. Very strong. And you add that to these other stones, I mean, you can feel it, especially with the star Essenite. Now, one last thing. This is some quartz crystal. Blah. I'm getting ready to shut down. Quartz crystal, a lot of people are told, and they read, it's the highest vibration of any stone. Bullshit. No, wrong, lie, incorrect. If they know it's incorrect, and then they tell you that, then they're lying. But if they don't know, they don't know. They're innocent. They're just repeating bad stuff. So let's nip that one in the bud. Quartz can actually hold memories. Okay? Quartz is awesome stuff. It's neutral. Quartz is neutral. Now, its energy is like this, a straight line. That's a soft, straight line. That's kind of flowing and puffy. That's quartz crystal. When you put other energy with quartz, quartz helps it open up, expand, helps it flow. Not like fluorite. Okay, fluorite, you take fluorite, and then you wind up, put it with another stone, and it takes energy and opens it up. That's the whole thing with fluorite. Okay. And smoky quartz, it's like regular quartz, except it's got a very relaxing energy to it. It slows down frequencies that go through it. So quartz can enhance it by opening it up and everything, but it's not high frequency, it's just neutral. Okay. As soon as I can finish beating the crap out of my head here and get back into it, I'm going to go into the other stones. Alright, folks. Love you. See you in a little bit.